Yay!
All right, here we go. Yeah, but this one's hype. You know why, don't you?
Because they're potentially going to be releasing information on new games,
Yeah,
potential new Switch,
yeah.
the Pokemon.
I don't think that'll happen.
Do you not? Do you think
I think
that'll
that'll be
like next year or something?
Maybe.
Get the DSE and stuff out of the way first.
No, the reason why this is hype because we've got no news on anything else.
Oh, really?
The DLC was the only thing we had.
Oh,
Upcoming, right? What's coming out soon?
there's no new games announced.
Nothing.
There's no more DSC, as far as I'm aware.
No more games.
I don't know.
This is why this is so important.
Got you.
Because there's going to be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Johto. It was Johto's birthday a few days ago.
Yeah.
And Kanto's.
Yeah, because I've seen Cerebi on Instagram posted that it's been 27 years.
Yeah.
27 years since Fire and Green in Japan. Unless they make like some sort of port for your old Nintendo
That's also been rumoured because...
So then you can import all your old Pokemon for...
yeah, exactly. There's no access. You can't access them games anymore.
No, you can't. So they would have actually been working on the technology a lot. Like,
Yeah.
how can you use your old Game Boy or DS
Exactly.
to import onto Pokemon Home?
And Pokemon Bank's been taken down now. So if there was a way for you to do that, you can't now transfer them to the Switch. So that's been taken down. So that has to now be like something there.
It's got to be like a middleman's device
Yeah.
with like all the different ports of the old systems.
Yeah, or it'll be like, you know, their like subscription service.
Yeah.
But I doubt it'll be on there because they want money from it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's beginning shortly, Joe. So, right, predictions, go quick.
New Legends game,
Yeah.
and I like your idea of Suicune and
That was good, wasn't
that
it?
concept. That concept is
That was good, wasn't it?
that's
Three evolutions.
Three evolutions. Yeah.
Three little dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
What about you?
Let's go to.
In Joe's name.
Yeah. I would love that. Mate, there was something about Let's Go Pikachu that I loved.
Well, that's what got me. That's what got me back in when we were working.
Yeah, I remember that was it, wasn't it?
We worked in the same office a few years back, and you started playing it. I was like, that does look good because Pokemon Yellow, I think, is my favourite of the original gen.
The art style was
Perfect. Which is what they should have done for the Black and White remakes.
Yeah, 100%. I want to talk about it. Remakes as well, Black and White.
You said like Black and White 3 or something?
That'd be cool, I doubt it. But it would be remakes. Oh, right, okay, Jake.
Maybe Gen 3.
They would be talking about Pokemon Sleep as well, guaranteed. And Cafe.
Yeah.
Cafe,
We may put Cafe in.
Who? Okay, Johto. Oh my god.
Right, Smart and Pokemon Presents.
Yeah. There's a reason they've used them loans.
Pokemon Red.
I was trying to think because like usually there's like hints in the background, isn't
Yeah,
there? But it's not. It's just Scarlet and Violet and just the DLC.
All the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya, please take it away.
Oh, we're just hitting it straight off the bat.
Perry just said, by the way, we got new shit.
You'll be able to face off against a mighty...
Oh yeah, so it was Darnus Charizard.
I'm down for gameplay though. Cool, let's go. I get so excited, man.
Yeah, show was still.
Oh, Pokemon Go.
Oh,
I was playing this so much the other day.
have they brought in Gen 9 on Pokemon Go yet?
Yeah, 100%. It would probably be like, it'd be like the hat.
Oh, it's okay. So it's a collaboration with the.
Yeah, they do this quite a lot with like movies and series and stuff. Every time. Pokemon Sleep and Cafe drive me insane.
I don't get it.
It's just an app that obviously... Yeah, you wake up and you've caught a Pokemon.
Oh, okay. The laziest catching game. Yeah.
If they do Pokemon Cafe, I'm walking out. My god. This is it, though. After this, get hyped. Oh no, I forgot about Unite.
Please have a look at this video.
I will. I will, good sir. Oh, TCG?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe you could download your packs though?
So maybe you could like scan them, because they're literally just electronic packs, rather than like, you know, when you open Pokemon packs, you get the code cards. Rather than doing that.
That'd be interesting though if you.
Well, my interest.
I don't know what this is. Because it's like, because it's saying you've got a pack. Yeah. It's like, maybe it's just a new game.
So surely it's just like a Pokemon TCG, so maybe it's just a additional
yeah.
thing where you can.
Oh man,
It's just the mobile game.
Yeah, sick.
You can send packs to your friends.
That is so.
Well, yeah, that 3D feature is nice.
Yeah, that's fire. That is. Oh, all right.
So does that mean like you could, like the artwork you can just
Yeah.
expand it? Oh, okay, that's a great feature.
That's a cool idea, that isn't it? That's cool. I like that.
That is one of the best things Pokemon have done recently. Is
I
that?
wonder if it's like one of those things where if you buy a card, you can scan it, or it's just its own thing.
Yeah.
I think it's its own thing.
The Pokemon Company is developing this game as a three-party collaboration with Creatures Inc., the creators of the Pokemon trading card game.
So, okay, so it's a new game.
Maybe.
From Creatures Inc.
Look at them post.
Well, then posters.
Cool.
Enjoying the- One
Oh,
way
look
we're
at that.
accomplishing this is with immersive cards.
That's sick.
That's really
Give
cool.
players what's
Also, I've
more,
never
we've
seen
developed new
some of this
streamlined
artwork
games
before as
based
well,
on
so
our
it might
existing battle
be
system,
might be
so
new.
you can
Exclusive
enjoy
to the app.
battle during
Yeah, but then wouldn't you want that as a physical thing as
Yeah.
well? So I wonder if there's like a little code card or something on a little code on the actual Pokemon cards. You can
Yeah.
scan it and put in.
I'd like that. That'd be cool. Because then you can have them
Yeah.
like virtually on your phone.
We'd like to end today's presentation with one final video for you all.
All right, come on.
Oh, this was a short.
It's a short one. They always end with a banger of like their main focus of a presentation.
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
ZOEY.
Question mark. Oh,
Oh my god.
is it Johto? Confidential. Urban redevelopment.
Pokemon Cafe 2.
I'm getting a French vibe. Which game's from France? You know more about the gens, Joey. Which Pokemon?
This is black and white. I'm confused to what it is. Yeah.
It's Raj, Sylveon.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's actually their version of Eiffel Tower, isn't
this
it?
is Unova.
Lumios. Difficult because the camera's hard.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Zygarde.
Yeah, that's the Zygarde colours.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Zygarde. Ooh, okay. Releasing simultaneously in 2025.
It looks more futuristic though, don't you think?
Mega Evolutions. That was right, wasn't it? It's a Mega Evolutions, like, yeah. So what if like this Pokemon Legends game is not focused on the past, it's focused on a future?
That'd be interesting because then it
What region was it?
I thought it was Unova. It had the Paris Tower. But that's I thought that was there ever look?
Because like the designs didn't look like an old version.
No, it was all like
At least modern day. Maybe they're meant to be like projections instead.
I think it was Gen 6.
Yeah, because they had
It was Gen 6.
is it what's the lion Pokemon? Leo.
I think they just skipped Gen 5. I'm pretty sure Gen 6 is X and Y. They just skipped 5.
Pokemon Legends are like they're not part of the main games, are they? They're like a lore game, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's set in the same timeline though.
So what? This will be related to in the same timeline as Pokemon Legends Arceus.
It looked like futuristic.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's like I think it's a futuristic version.
That'd be cool.
And also because it all look like blueprints or the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which I think could they be like projections instead?
Maybe. And it was
The
also
city.
there's also no gameplay, which is kind of annoying.
They mentioned at the end like it's coming out in 2025. So it might not be until
Yeah, in development.
late. Yeah, so it's probably still in development. So they're probably still doing work on it. So probably in the Pokemon Presents at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So like November, because I think November is usually a big time for Pokemon Presents.
I'm so disappointed, man.
Because it's not like no Johto stuff, even though it had
I just feel maybe the question mark means something.
mm,
Because there was a scene beforehand, wasn't there, with unknowns and the question
Yeah.
mark. But then that doesn't make sense if it's connected to Gen 6, because
is Gen 6 also the Mega Evolutions? Was that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
just skip Gen 5.
I want to know why they chose Zygarde though. If I was going to think of like, okay, after Arceus, what would be the next one? I would probably go like something like Rayquaza,
Or like Mew or Celebi,
or like Giratina, you know, like on the totem pole of like Pokemon.
like mythical.
Yeah, mythical. Like you put like Giratina and Palkia and all those sort of Pokemon. We didn't really know what we saw. I think that's the main.
Yeah,
main
I think you need to watch it a few times to figure out what the word said.
Yeah, nothing has been announced apart from the announcement of Legend Zygarde.
They really shouldn't have spent so much time on the apps. Jack's confused. They skipped Gen 5 that's literally what we said. A Legends Celebi game makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That would be a good shout.
it's Celebi, the amount of lore, time travel lore that Pokemon has. And like, we still don't know the origin. We still don't know about the GS ball.
No,
That could have been the whole thing. Apricots with the Pokeballs. You could have made the first Pokeball. I am very confused. I don't really understand what the goal is here. And it's still a year away.
Celebi, like, imagine a Legends game focused on Celebi as well, like the whole messing with time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I know nothing about Celebi because like we still have yet to watch the fourth movie. I know Celebi deals with time. It's the time
Yeah.
Pokemon.
And like to get Celebi in the game and like the lore behind like the 3 legendary dogs and the belt, the tower, and how Lugia is such like a lore depth game.
Yeah. And imagine that in a Legends
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very and because it's Johto, you'd be able to go out to Kanto,
Yes.
so you'd have that whole thing.
God, imagine.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine like a Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu or Eevee. But, I mean, what would you choose for the Johto?
Marrow,
Marill and...
Togepi.
That's a good shout. Yeah, Marill and Togepi. So imagine that. And imagine going back to Face Red in that style.
And like, so great idea, right? Also, it's so easy for them to do that because they've already got the game. Half of the game is done. They could,
It's not work, yeah.
they just
You don't have to change much.
and the game mechanics there, the Pokemon are there. You could have Gen 2 Pokemon in Let's Go, and all the assets are already beautiful. You could just
Well, like, I understand why they wouldn't go back to it because it's just remaking the same game more or less, just with an additional map. But
everyone
why can't they do Gen 3? Gen 3, if Gen 3 is perfect, you could start from scratch, but in the style of let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. I'm intrigued. I think overall you're a bit let down by.
I'm very deflated.
Yeah.
Honestly, like a Let's Go, I thought was solid. I don't know, I just felt like everything was pointing to Let's Go 2, and also the unknown. Why was there so much unknown? I reckon.
What was the hint? Why was your no?
I reckon it is in development.
Yeah,
I really do.
they're just putting little breadcrumbs, little like teasers.
Yeah, because there was Pokemon Presents of the Unknown, but then there was also another thing, weren't they? With the question mark.
Let us know in those comments down below what your thoughts are to this reveal. I don't know.
This waste of time? Nah, come on now.
No. It was still worth it.
It was still alright.
It was like it leaves more questions than answers.
I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'm just confused. I hate it when there's a presents or like a showcase where Xbox do it all the bloody time, where they show a game without gameplay. They just show cinematics.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just like, okay, great. What's the game? What I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this cinematic. I'm playing the game.
Pokemon don't usually do that. They tend to show a bit of a cinematic, and then they would reveal gameplay straight after that.
Yeah.
Most
That's
of the
what I was
time.
waiting for.
Unless it's starting from scratch, this is a completely new game where they would just do cinematic. But if it's like a remake,
Yeah.
they would show gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's a little bit confusing. But as I said, let us know in those comments down below what your thoughts are. Are you hyped? Are you excited? Are you confused like we are a little bit? Let us know down below. But for now, I've been Jay.
I've been Steph.
Thank you, Steph.
You're welcome.
And see you next time, everyone. Alright, we're back. We never said bye. Do you want to explain to them what just happened?
Well, we're just looking at like reactions to people going over the presents.
Yeah.
Obviously, I went on my favourite, Child's Hard Tube. Big up Child's Hard Tube. And as soon as he mentioned Z, it kind of just...
we were just purely thinking Zygarde because it's the Zygarde colours.
Yeah. But, of course, so we've got red and blue. They
Yeah.
came out with yellow. They had gold and silver that came out with crystal.
Yeah.
Emerald with ruby and sapphire. Carry on until we get to these two games, which was X and Y.
Right.
But guess what? They never got a third, which was clearly going to be Z for Zygarde. This is the third game in this trilogy
So
that we never got.
So, for people who don't know, I haven't played these yet. So, could you explain why there was never a third, or like why there was only two?
But they just moved straight on to Gen 6.
Right.
They just moved straight on to it. I think the 3DS was ending. They moved straight to Gen 6 or Gen 7.
Yeah.
And they just skipped over because during this time there was always a third game. Like even the games before this,
Yeah.
there wasn't a black and white grey, but it was a black and white 2.
Yeah.
But we never got a third game for this. So like,
So were there lots of like storylines and stuff like just like stuff like net?
yeah, there was a whole sub. I can't remember it. I've not played it for like 10 years, but there was a whole like a sub genre with Zygarde that we never understood. There was a few like tidbits with like Mega Evolution as well, which we didn't get, and like they just completely went over it. So when we finished the game, we were like, okay, just like Emerald with Rayquaza,
Yeah.
and just like the sequel Black and White 2, we're gonna get a third game that's gonna explain everything, and we never did.
But does Zygarde appear in X and Y?
Yeah,
Right.
just like Rayquaza does in Emerald and all
Yeah.
and Palkia, Guaranteed went Platinum.
Right.
They appear, but they're not fully fleshed out.
Right. Got you. Okay.
Whereas in Emerald, Guaranteed is Rayquaza is fleshed out more, and in Platinum, Guaranteed is fleshed out more.
Yeah. So,
That's what we was waiting for.
but what I don't get is I'm confused because they call it Pokemon Legends Z. Why not Pokemon Z?
Because then you'd have to create the same art style, and you'd have to make it a sequel. Whereas this, they'd have the same story probably, but back in the past or in the future.
Right.
So the stories that we're missing from these games, it will just be in the Legends game.
We saw like a blueprint style animation or an outlined animation of that city and all the Pokemon, etc. So I said to you off camera, what if this is a futuristic version? So like Pokemon Legends Arceus was in the past. This one is a future version based in that city, but obviously what it explains why they haven't done it for so long is because they wanted it to make it futuristic.
Yeah.
So it's a futuristic version. Well, if the city has now expanded into
Yeah.
3 or 4 times the size, and it is only focused on playing in that city because it's so big. To be fair, that's never happened in a Pokemon game. Like, there's no Pokemon game where it's just based in one place.
It would ruin Kalos if that happened, to be honest. Have you played these before?
No.
They are so vast. And the level of detail they're put into everything.
Yeah.
It is based around the city a lot. The Kalos, you'll see the big... It's based on Paris.
Yeah.
So it's very cultural, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
You have roller skates, if you're really cute. So I don't believe it will be set in a city at all. I think obviously the main story and Zygarde's will be set in the city.
Yeah, because saying that, I'm just thinking, how are you meant to catch Pokemon that way if it's all in the city?
Yeah, no.
Unless they have dedicated
Got that.
catching areas.
Got that. These games are incredible, and the fact that they're actually making a third is insane. That's crazy.
That is like long-term planning.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. I'm still disappointed because I really wanted to Let's Go Johto
Yeah.
or something. But the fact that they're making that is hype.
Yeah.
That's
They're finally completing.
yeah, they're truly like I was like maybe it's a solid 2 out of 10. This present
Yeah.
is about a 5. The fact that we get a third X and Y, that's mad.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So-
that's like years later coming out of an Amazing Spider-Man 3. They just
Yeah.
beating the trilogy. Like that's sick.
So here's a question I want to ask you: why recently have Pokemon only done two games, Scarlet and Violet, and
I'll tell you why. You ready? Because no one will buy a third game.
really?
But yeah, no one will buy it because it's the same thing. But you know what they put in their place? DLC. The DLC
That's true.
is that third game.
Yeah.
What would they usually do, and what they can't really get away with anymore, is that third game they have a little bits of different story.
Yeah.
The ending's completely different. Sometimes the location's different. Pokemon around it are different, but there's always an extra area. There's always an extra area.
Yeah.
So the DLC fills that void. Yellow, what's different? You get to walk around with Pikachu.
Yes. Well. Yeah. And you get to have the starters.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
DLC, isn't it? Honestly, it's DLC.
Yeah. It's very cheap DLC.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Exactly. So they can't keep doing that, which is why they've changed their business model to DLC.
Okay. So yeah. So two main games, and then the rest is DLC.
Yeah. But they're
Okay.
filling the blanks because they had a lot of story to
Yeah.
also continue.
So what was like the big story carrying on that never got?
I can't remember. We'll make a new video on that. I need to replay it. I remember it being amazing though.
Okay.
I do remember it being amazing. These games were like quintessential, and the fact. So the reason why it was so dramatic with the Mega Evolution is because Mega Evolution was introduced in this game.
Yeah.
In these versions.
Hence why we saw the Mega Evolution logo.
They never did it again. That has been a to-want list for ages, so it's crazy that
Now we're going to get the trilogy
we're going to get the 5 version.
in 2025.
That's amazing.
There we go. All right, that's it. Bye, guys.